Good afternoon, YouTube. Hopefully it's not too noisy over here. We got Highway 101 is right over there, and this is one of the two bike bridges in Sunnyvale. So I guess they were completed around 2009, so about 15 years ago. And so they're both located along Borregas Avenue here. This bridge goes over 101, and then just down a ways there's a almost duplicate bridge. Okay, so yeah, there's the second bike bridge right there. Goes up and over Highway 237 here, and then you just continue down Borregas, and we'll go down that way and hit Caribbean. Okay, so this is the Sunnyvale Water Treatment Plant, and they have the gate open at the beginning of their parking lot over there, but the gate to access the trail is still closed. It says construction only. So I'm not sure. That's been that way for probably the last year or so. That used to be the public access right there. In fact, they still have signs along there saying public shore access. And then you get to the gate and it's like authorized personnel only. So what you have to do is park along Caribbean over here. But anyway, I think it must be duck hunting season because all the cars are out here. So you can get access to come out here with your vehicle. You can have boats out there. Some of the hunters have blinds out in the ponds out there. Maybe it's the setup weekend. They usually let them in a week or two early so they can like fix up their blinds and get everything in place. But anyway, let's go out here. What I want to try to do is take you out to the gate that used to be open about over 30 years ago, where I used to ride out here. So we're going to head out this way and around this pond. I think they call this Sunnyvale West and East Pond out here. There's two big ponds, and then there's a gate way out there. So I'll meet you out there. Okay, yeah, we came from over on that side. I think this is called Sunnyvale West Pond, and then on the other side of the levee over there is the East Pond up against those landfill areas there. And then over here, hopefully the glare is not too bad. You can see that's where all the duck blinds are being set up. So I think that's what all the vehicles are setting up over there. They probably have their boats staged along the side and then drive out, take their boat out and set up their duck blind. So I don't think this area is open to hunting. And in fact, there's a huge difference in the number of birds over there. There's almost none, and they're all over here. So the birds know where the hunting areas are, and they all hang out over here. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, this gate used to be open. It's open today. I think they have it open for the hunters to come out here and access this area. This is normally locked, I think. And you used to be able to ride through here. I mean, you can now. And then you've got this area over here. I don't remember a lot of this, but it looks like they had a little dock here and a boat launch ramp. Paved road all the way back in there to Moffett Field, and this must have been access for Ames Research Center, because out here you've got a NASA restricted area sign, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and they have probably a bigger dock here, so they probably can bring barges and stuff in here if they have to unload any equipment that comes in that way. Although looks like this hasn't been used in a long time, because you take this out here and pretty soon you're in San Francisco Bay. So let's walk down here. And then this was the second gate, and this used to be open back in the, like I say, in the late 80s, early 90s. I used to ride out here, and this gate was open. There's a really faint sign. This one says area beyond this sign is closed, all public entry prohibited. This gate used to be open, and you could ride through here, and you'd go way out here, and you'd go out this levee out here, and then I think it swings way back, and then those power lines way in the distance. I think that's where the road came in, because looking on Google satellite view, you have to stay on this side of the channel over there because there's no bridges. So you go way out here and way out in the middle of the bay, and then you come all the way back in, going in the Stevens Creek levee. So yeah, this used to be open back in the, I know in the early 90s, I used to ride out here like Saturday morning. I'd ride out here, and I used to work over there, and this was my Saturday morning ride into work. Oh, we got a flock of pelicans coming in for a landing. I don't know if you can see those over there. Anyway, let's go back to the bike, and then we're going to go down this side here and take the levee road around the other side of the pond, and then we'll head on up to Shoreline and ride out that levee there. So stay tuned. It'll be probably half an hour or so to get over there. Yeah, so here we came up, got onto the Bay Trail, and this is the bridge out of Moffett Field. This gate's usually closed, and yes, I think that sign I was seeing out there, it's the same text, is one of these fish and wildlife signs, all public entry prohibited. So that was the sign way out at the paved road out there, and so this road over this bridge is that road that runs out to that dock out there. So yeah, if this gate wasn't closed, you could just ride right out there. And then I think this gate is normally closed. So this is where the hunter access is, because they can't get over here. So this road is open for the duck hunters. So yeah, this is all part of the Don Edwards National Wildlife Refuge. Yeah, so we're going to ride up here on through to Stevens Creek, which I think is the next levee there you can see on the horizon. I think it goes out to where these tall power lines are. And then there's a gate out there, so that'll be the end of the ride, because the old route that I used to ride, you would go from over here and just ride that levee that's on the horizon all the way around there, way out there, and then it kind of makes a turn and then comes in on the Stevens Creek levee. Okay, here we are looking over San Francisco Bay. Got a whole flock of shorebirds out there. I think those are gulls way out there, the white ones, and then probably ducks in here up close. Yeah, this is a nice view out here. So yeah, I think this is where Stevens Creek enters the bay, and then around there someplace is where San Tomas Aquino Creek comes out. Just across the bay there is where Coyote Creek comes out. So yeah, this is the other locked gate, so another fish and wildlife sign and gate. So this gate back in the late 80s, early 90s was open, and you could ride all the way out there and then over to that other locked gate that we were at about 45 minutes ago. It's about a 5-mile ride around here, because you're almost over here. Yeah, it's kind of around this point here. Or let's see, there's the blimp hangar right there, and there's the 80 by 120 wind tunnel. So that's all Moffett Field and NASA Ames Research Center. Oh yeah, so this is the trail coming out here. That one. So the next levee over, I think, is where that road out from Moffett Field, the paved road, is. But yeah, you can see one of the duck blinds right out there. That's a pretty good sized one. So yeah, I saw the sign there. It said hunting on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I guess that's the 2 hunting days, but then I think like Sundays they can come out and access their blinds, and you know, if they have to fix something or stock it up with food and water, whatever. Just down the road a ways, there's a little levee going out this way, and there's like 4 or 5 boats pulled up on the side there. So yeah, they got their boats. So Yeah, okay, this is AB1. That's what it was. I thought it was A1B, but it's AB1. So yeah, I used to be able to ride right out here. This was my commute into work because I worked, I just worked over here. That's the, I think that's the Shoreline Amphitheater over there. And then I worked over here, so I just take this road in. That's about it. So I just wanted to show you the both ends of this levee road. So I think what's going on out here, I'm not sure exactly where, but they're in the process of breaching these levees way out here. And letting the bay water mix more and more with what's in the ponds. They're trying to restore these to marshes here, you know, more of a tidal marsh. Because yeah, you can see like over here, you've got this kind of salt marsh. You see all of that over there. Versus if you come over here, this was a salt pond. There's not a lot of stuff over here. You can see there's some grass growing down to the edge, but there's nothing growing out here other than algae, and yeah, it's basically algae. And then you've got, you know, brush growing right up to the edge. But right over here, this is what used to grow out here. So this is what I think this is what they want to try to get reestablished. Last summer, I went over here to the Coyote Creek Lagoon over here, and that had been almost 40 years, and it was back to this. It was all this kind of salt marsh. Everything was grown in. You could walk out on it and everything. But that was, you know, 1986 is when they restored it, and it's like this now. But this over here hasn't been touched. You know, it hasn't been the salt pond for decades, but it hasn't had the full tidal flow of water in and out and all the sediment and plants and whatnot. So it takes decades and decades to convert one of these over. I don't know if the microphone picked up those birds, but yeah, let's ride back down the road and I'll shoot a clip of the duck hunting boats and then we'll head on home. Okay, way up there, that's where the gate that ends the road is, and then you come around here, and here, what do we have, about 1, 2, at least 5 boats there pulled up. I guess they have a little launching pier there. Maybe the gate's open there and they park down there and jump in their boats and out to the blinds. Got one right out there. There's another one out there, one way over there. Oh, there, yeah, I don't know if you can see the 2 red spires there and the tent. That's Shoreline Amphitheater. I guess that's a different building over there. Yeah, I used to work over there, so I'd take this road. This is Stevens Creek coming out right here. And then there's a bridge up there. You take that over and you're on Shoreline Blvd, and that's where I used to work. Yeah, that was a good ride. You would start way down there and ride all the way out there, and then all the way in here and all the way into work. Anyway, it's getting late. The sun is going down. I've got about an hour to get home before sunset. I hope you enjoyed that look out here. This used to be a through trail. It's now a dead end. The thing is, the trail along there didn't used to be open. You couldn't go along the shore there, but you could ride out here. That was open. Yeah, if you've ever been out here exploring, or if you've ever done this road when it was open, post up in the comment section below. Yeah, I've never talked to anybody that's actually ridden out here. I didn't have a camera at the time, or I would have taken some pictures. It was a nice ride out there. It was just so peaceful out there. It was just wild shorebirds and crunch of gravel on your tires, and that was it out here. So anyway, I'm headed that way and then down the shore. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that ride and look out here. As always, thanks for watching.